Have you ever felt the pain of someone leaving your life so suddenly, so unexpectedly, that it shattered your soul into 1,000 pieces? You were left confused, wondering, why? What happened? Did I do something wrong? But what if I told you? The angels say they didn't want to leave you. They were forced to, and now the full truth is finally being revealed. This message isn't by accident. You're here because your soul has been crying out for answers, and heaven has chosen this moment to whisper a truth so powerful it will finally set your heart free. Stay until the end, because the angels are ready to reveal the real reason they were pulled away from you, and what your soul needs to hear to finally begin healing. The angels say, your person didn't walk away because they stopped caring. They didn't abandon you out of coldness or indifference. In fact, they were still carrying your love in their heart, even as they walked away. But there were forces bigger than their will, spiritual, emotional, even external pressures that compelled them to leave. Maybe they were battling inner wounds. Maybe their soul was trapped in a karmic lesson they had to face alone. Or perhaps someone or something manipulated the situation so deeply that they felt they had no choice. The angels whisper. They cried after they left. They looked back. They asked heaven to protect you. This wasn't rejection. This was a divine interruption. One that your heart couldn't understand at the time. But now, the veil is lifting. Heaven is revealing the true story behind their exit. Many people believe breakups are just emotional, psychological, human. Angelic realms say some separations are orchestrated by spiritual contracts. Your soul and their soul agreed to meet, yes. But they also may have agreed to separate for a greater transformation. Sometimes the person you're meant to love needs to be broken to truly awaken. Sometimes the enemy of your soul tries to block what is divine. Sometimes generational curses, family pressure, or toxic cycles pull people away from their destiny. The angels say, your person didn't leave you. They were torn away from you by circumstances and spiritual battles you could not see. The love was real. It still is, and even now. Their higher self is sending you silent prayers, hoping you can forgive what they couldn't explain. You need to know something, beloved soul. It was not your fault. Read that again. It was not your fault. You were worthy of love. You were enough. You were beautiful, faithful, and glowing with divine light. But your person, they were battling demons they never showed you. Demons that whispered lies into their mind. Demons that told them they'd ruin you if they stayed. They thought walking away would protect you. They thought leaving was sacrifice, but they didn't know that their leaving would cause you to question everything, including your value. The angels say, you must not let this pain define your worth. You are not broken. You are not abandoned. You are still chosen. Now, here's what may surprise you. The angels are showing us that your person still thinks of you late at night, when the world is quiet, when no one sees them. They replay your laughter in their mind. They wonder if you're okay. They feel the ache of what was lost. Some of them are even crying in silence, because they know they wounded someone who never deserved that kind of goodbye. But the angels say, this pain has awakened them, and what they didn't understand before, they are beginning to understand now. Your love cracked open their heart. Your soul awakened something they buried long ago. They may not have had the strength to stay back then, but now, they are changing. So what happens now? Will they come back? Or was this goodbye permanent? The angels speak. Some people leave temporarily, to evolve, to grow, and to return. Others leave forever, so that your destiny can realign. But either way, you are not waiting. You are not stuck. You are not frozen in time. The truth is, you are ascending. You are healing, and your next chapter will not be written in sorrow, but in power. Whether they come back, changed and ready, or whether someone new, divine, and ready to love you arrives, you are no longer the person who was left behind. You are the person who rose from it. The angels say, prepare your heart for clarity, for peace, for either reconciliation or restoration. Either way, you win, because heaven has already redeemed your story. Before we end, hear this. This was never about rejection. This was never punishment. This was protection in disguise. And now, the truth is coming to light. Your person was not your enemy. They were lost. They were afraid. But the angels have intervened. Their soul is waking up, and so is yours. The separation was part of the divine classroom. But now, the graduation begins. You are ready to love again. You are ready to receive again. You are ready to know the truth and let go of the lies and your person. If their journey leads them back to you, you'll know. Because heaven will not send confusion. It will send peace, confirmation, and clarity. If you've made it this far, beloved soul, this message was absolutely for you. The angels guided you here because your heart is ready, ready for healing, ready for answers, ready for a love that mirrors your divine light. The angels want to reveal something deeply sacred. There are things your person could never say, not because they didn't care, but because they couldn't find the words. How do you tell someone you love that your past still haunts you? That you're terrified of being loved the right way? That you're still chasing a version of yourself that you've never fully become? The angels say they were silent not because they didn't feel, but because their feelings were too heavy for the language they knew. They may have ghosted you. They may have walked away with no closure. They may have acted cold, even heartless. But behind that was a wounded soul. Someone who believed, wrongly, that they weren't enough. Or worse, that they were too damaged to be with someone as pure and giving as you. So instead of staying and hurting you, they disappeared and left you, hurting. A tragic misunderstanding of love. But heaven says, the truth always finds the light. The angels want you to know they were protecting you the entire time. There were things happening in the spirit world that you couldn't see. Maybe this person was connected to people who carried darkness. Maybe they were entangled in energies that would have contaminated your peace. Maybe their absence was your divine redirection. The angels speak. You cried because they left. But one day, you'll thank heaven that you were covered in the unseen. Sometimes, love is not enough if the soul is not healed. Sometimes, you can't carry someone into your future who refuses to let go of their past. And so, the angels stepped in. They pulled you apart. Not to punish you, but to preserve you. Preserve your purpose, your emotional health, your divine timing, even when it felt cruel. It was grace. Your person is still connected to you in ways they don't speak about. The angels say they dream about you. You show up in their thoughts during the most unexpected moments. Sometimes, a smell, a song, a place instantly brings your memory back to life. But pride, guilt, fear have kept them from reaching out. They wonder if you hate them now, if you've moved on, if they even have the right to ask for your presence again. But deep inside, they feel the emptiness, the absence of your energy. And it's starting to hurt more than the fear of returning that the angels say. They are being humbled. And as their heart cracks open, the truth of your love is rushing back in like a flood. Whether or not they act on it is not your burden. You've already done your part. Your love wasn't wasted. Your loyalty wasn't foolish. Your presence wasn't taken for granted by the universe. Because the truth is, you were the mirror. You reflected to them what they were afraid to see, that they were capable of being loved. You awakened something eternal in them, and that seed, even if it lies dormant now, still planted. The angels say, one day, your person will realize that your love was never ordinary, that you were sent as a divine lesson, a healing balm, a sacred mirror. And even if they never return, you were not rejected. You were assigned. You were placed in their life for a season of awakening. And now, you are being called to step forward into your own becoming. Here's what your soul needs to hear today. You will love again. And next time, you will be loved, right? The angels are already preparing someone whose soul matches yours. Someone ready, someone healed, someone open. And if that person is the one who left, they will return with evidence of growth, of transformation, of divine timing. But if it's someone new, they will never force you to guess how they feel. They will walk beside you, not ahead of you. They will choose you fully because you have earned a mature, spiritual love, one that sees your light and doesn't run from it. The angels say, you will not die in heartbreak. You will rise in love again. And it will be so much more beautiful than what you lost. Close your eyes right now and repeat this with me. I forgive what I didn't understand. I release what wasn't meant to destroy me. I open my heart to divine love and peace. I believe my story is still sacred. I trust heaven to restore me in ways I cannot imagine. These are not just words. They are a spiritual declaration. They are the vibration that heaven hears. You are no longer living in confusion. You are stepping into divine clarity. The most asked question from your heart is, will they come back? And the angels answer gently, yes, but only if their soul chooses truth. Only if their heart aligns with divine timing and healing. Only if they are led by light, not fear, guilt, or desperation. Reunion is not about forcing destiny. It's about two healed souls recognizing each other in peace. If they return in confusion, still wounded, still unsure, that is not your final love story. But if they return with humility, with transformation, with open hands and divine accountability, then yes, it is possible. Because the angels never close the doors heaven still wants open. Still, remember this, reconciliation is not the goal. Restoration is. And sometimes, that restoration comes through a new person who carries the same spiritual signature of love. But with the readiness your soul has been waiting for. You might be wondering, what should I do now? The angels say, don't chase, don't wait, don't fear. Instead, anchor yourself in prayer, heal the parts of you still asking, what did I do wrong? Let your light expand again in joy, in creativity, in divine confidence. This journey was never just about romance. It was about awakening, the warrior in you, a soul that could survive heartbreak and still love again. Heart that could be torn open and still beat with compassion. Spirit that could feel abandoned and still rise in faith. Here's what the angels want you to understand. Clearly, you are not here to convince someone to love you. You are here to align with the one who already does, fully, freely, and faithfully. You'll know your healing is blooming when you stop replaying the past in pain. You remember them with love. It's not longing. You bless their journey, whether it includes you or not. You start attracting peace, joy, and purpose. Again, you feel love within yourself. It's not just when someone offers it. These are the angelic signs your spirit is awakening into its next level. And with that awakening comes alignment. Alignment with purpose, with clarity, with divine partnerships. The kind that doesn't run, the kind that doesn't hurt, the kind that stays. The angels are delivering one final personal message. A message from your person's higher self, the part of them that sees the truth now, even if their physical self hasn't spoken it yet. I'm sorry I left without explaining. I was afraid of what you saw in me. It's because you saw everything, the good, the broken, the divine. I couldn't love you the way you deserved. It's not because you weren't enough, but because I didn't know how to be enough for myself. I still think of you, and somewhere inside me, I'm still learning how to be someone worthy of the way you loved me. Thank you for being part of my journey. I hope I can be part of yours again, in truth, not in pain. Whether those words are ever said aloud, your spirit needed to hear them, because sometimes closure doesn't come from people, it comes from God. Now, take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and speak this aloud. I am whole, even after the heartbreak. I am healing, even in the silence. I am worthy of a love that stays up. I forgive the person who couldn't love me fully. I trust that divine timing will bring me what I deserve. You are no longer carrying the weight of unanswered questions. You are no longer tied to someone else's fear. You are being released, freed, anointed, empowered. The angels surround you now, wings extended, blessing your next steps. Dear, beautiful soul, you were never truly abandoned. You were protected. You were redirected. And now you are awakening. If this angel message touched your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Comment, I claim divine peace below. Like this video. Subscribe for more heavenly messages sent just for your soul, and share it with someone who's still hurting from silence. You never know, your share might be the answer someone else has been praying for. And always remember, the truth is not behind you, it's ahead of you. And what's ahead is beautiful. This was your angel message. Your person didn't leave because they stopped caring. They were forced to walk away. But now the shocking truth has come out, and it's your time to rise. Until next time, stay in faith, stay in light, and stay in love.